This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're on a pirate ship and that thing has just gone into shore and crashed and everyone is looting all the treasure inside of that pirate ship. And we're trying to decide who gets what. So today we're talking about that HMS Dolores and we're going to be looking at that treasure. This is a sort of a negotiation and game like a prisoner's dilemma for 2 to 4 players, designed by two big names, Bruno Faidutti and Eric Lang. Let's take a look. Here we have HMS Dolores set up for a 3-player game. Everyone would start up with 3 goods there in front of them. Then the dealer will take up 4 cards. I'll place 2 of them on one side and 2 of them on the other side. This side is closer to my player to the left, and this is basically the cards that are essentially in front of them. And these are the 2 cards that are sort of in front of me, but you still put them in this 4x4. Think of an imaginary line as these are mine, and these are them in front of them. Then you're going to discuss, negotiate, talk about which cards each of you want, and then you're going to come to a simultaneous sort of reveal of what you're trying to do. On the count of 3, you will do one of 3 different things. If you put your hand out like that, that's peace. If you both take it, then you both take the cards on your side that I just mentioned. However, if one player does peace and the other one does steal, the player who steals all 4 cards. If they both steal, all 4 cards are discarded, they get nothing. The other thing you do is the thumbs up. So if you do a thumbs up and the other player does peace, the player who does the thumbs up takes one of the 4 cards, and then the other player takes 1 or 2 remaining cards. Of course, this player could take any one of the cards that they want. If this player does the thumbs up and the other player steals, then the blue takes 1 card of what they want, any of the 4, and then the other player will take the remaining 3 cards. However, if they both do thumbs up, all 4 cards are discarded, and then they both must discard 1 full set of goods. And after everyone's gotten their cards, the pile gets passed to the player to the left, and that player deals them out, just like we had just mentioned, and you keep doing this. Now, in addition to the goods cards, there's also what's called message cards. These give you sort of special abilities. This one specifically happens right away, where you can take 1 good card from another player and add it to your stash. This one allows you to rearrange all the cards that you'll be possibly sharing and keeping the number of cards in front of each other the same place. So you can basically rearrange them the way you want. This one allows you to use both your hands, and then after seeing what the other player does, you get to decide which one of your hands actually works. This one allows you to draw 2 extra cards and add another current sharing, and then each player gets 3 cards in front of them. These are just some of them. There's many of these cards. 4 of them will be randomly taken out each game, so every game feels a little bit different, but these are part of some of the things that you'll be negotiating over and using. Now, at some point in time, in the last 15 cards of the game, this Dawn card will come up and the game ends immediately, and then you go to final scoring. And you'll score set collection at the end of the game like this. You'll take the goods that you have the least of and the goods that you have the most of and add those together. In this case, I have 2 musical instruments because he's apt 2, and I have 2 laces because it's a single card of 2. If they're tied for the least, you add both of these up. So I would have 4 points, plus the ones I have the most of. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the jewels. So it'd be 7 plus 4 would be my total score. These don't do anything because they're not the highest nor the lowest. And again, if I just had that, it would just be these 2 plus the highest. Now, if you have the same amount of everything, then you would double your score. So let's just say we had this as our ending score. It'd be 2, 4, 6 times 2 would be 12 if they're all the same. The one that has the most is the winner. Now, I tend to really like negotiation games, games that you can backstab your buddies and mess each other over, say you're going to do one thing and do something else, and that's exactly what this game is. It's quick and easy and streamlined. If you don't like that type of game, this game is not going to do something different that's going to make you like it. Or if you do like those types of games, I think this is a good filler in that genre. There's a lot of things to like about the game. First of all, the art. Vincent Dutrait, his style is just known everywhere, and you look at the cards and the boxes and stuff, you can just know it's Vincent, right? Art's awesome in this game. And the gameplay is very streamlined. It's just so to the point. I mean, it's just like, look, you're flipping over cards and you're negotiating. What do we want? Okay, you want to do this? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then you're either going to screw them over or not. Trying to think what they're going to do. Some people take different approaches to this game. They're like, I'm just not going to talk to you. I think I know what you're going to do, and I'm just going to do what I'm going to do, and you can throw wrinkles in there. I like that they have those little special powers that gives the game just a little bit of flavor, just a little bit of spice, without it making it overly complex. And after a while, you get to know what those cards do, but at the beginning, you'll be looking at the rulebook as those cards come up. Some of those powers, you can definitely say, oh yeah, that's got Bruno's Fiduci's hand all over it, right? So it's interesting. You've got the way that Eric designs and the way that Bruno designs, and they sort of collide with a little bit of chaosness, with streamlinedness. But it works. If you like this genre, it's very quick. Then this is definitely one of that in that negotiation and backstabbing thing that you want to take a look at. It's quick, it's small, it's a good filler game. The only complaint I'd have is I didn't feel like it scaled all the way correctly with all the players. With 4, it's like, man, it's over so soon. I really just wish maybe you would shuffle, maybe not in the last 15 cards, but maybe the last 10 or the last 6 or something like that. So, you don't know exactly when it's going to end, but it's going to be a little bit longer. The 4-player game felt a little too short. I wish I had a little bit more turns. 3-player felt, really right, and so on and so forth. So that's my only complaint, but that's a sort of nitpicking. I wish it was a little bit longer with 4 players, but it's quick, it's fun, it's easy. It's what you'd expect from one of these negotiation games. It's one I can recommend, and that's HMS Dolores.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for backing me on Kickstarter and making this season become a reality. I'd like to especially thank those here that have backed me at the credit level. Now, these video reviews are also available by audio on our podcast. It's the intros and the final thoughts on GameBoyGeek.com. Click podcast.